You sat down and actually drew this design?
Yeah, absolutely.
American Bob Gwynn calls himself a shoe guy. He's created hundreds of designs for export to the U.S. market.
And you can see here it's multicolors, different sizes.
People want less.
We met at this sweltering factory in Wenzhou, China's shoe capital, where some of his shoes are produced. He's worked in China for more than 17 years. But in the last several, everything's changed for his company, Barichi. First, orders fell at least 30% because of the economic slowdown in the U.S. Then inflation caused workers' wages here to shoot up, and credit dried up.
You're making less money than you used to.
Absolutely.
It's harder to do business.
It's harder. You know, the growth is over.
Years of low interest rates set by the central government encouraged easy lending. In China, big state-backed companies have an easier time getting loans. So some factories began acting like banks to make money available to other private businesses.
They were actually in the shadow loan business making more money than the actual shoes. The shoes were a vehicle to get the credit line from the bank.
It was so easy to borrow money that factories would finance production. Clients, including Gwynn, would pay for the shoes much later, no more.
Interest rates had shot up.
Michael Pettis is a former Wall Street trader, now living in Beijing.
People call cheap money a kind of cocaine. It creates the illusion of health and vibrancy and activity, but you can only do it up to some point, and then you're going to have a heart attack. That's the problem with cheap money.
Last summer, China's government tried to rein in easy lending to stop risky investments, but that only created a market panic, which temporarily froze lending.
China is being forced to adjust at the worst possible time, when the rest of the world is in no shape to help it through the adjustment.
Now the government is trying to make it easier for banks to lend again as a way to fuel growth.
Today, the boss needs to
Bob Gwynn is making his own adjustments. He's only producing shoes for customers he knows can pay or even help finance the order.
The growth in China hit a lot of problems. You know, the inefficiency was so great, where today it's forcing people to really scrutinize their business and manage properly.
When China tried to reform, it revealed how fragile its economy is. Today, the government is still hoping to hit its target growth rate of 7.5% and stabilize the world's second largest economy. For CBSNews.com, I'm Seth Doane in Wenzhou, China.